When you stop contacting a man, something powerful begins to happen, not just in his life, but in yours. At first, you may think the silence is only affecting him, making him wonder where you went, why you withdrew, or what changed in you. And yes, he does feel that. Beneath the surface, your absence creates space for him to reflect, to realize what he took for granted, and to understand the value of what he had. But the real transformation, the truly remarkable shift, begins within you. Because when you choose to step back, you reclaim parts of yourself that may have been slowly slipping away without you even noticing. You stop chasing, you stop over-explaining, and you stop placing your peace in the hands of someone who may not have known how to hold it with care. Silence becomes a rediscovery. It becomes a time when your emotions settle, your mind clears, and your energy begins to return to its rightful owner, you. At the beginning, it may feel uncomfortable. You might question whether stepping away was the right move. You might feel that familiar urge to send a message, to check in, or to break the quiet. But the longer you stay committed to your peace, the more you begin to see that the silence is not empty at all. It is full of healing. It is full of clarity. It is full of strength. And as the days pass, something shifts. You begin to feel grounded again. You start waking up with a sense of calm instead of anxiety. You recognize that your happiness does not depend on someone else's attention. You see that your value does not rise or fall based on someone else's responses. You understand that your worth is inherent, stable, and deeply rooted within you. When you stop contacting a man, he suddenly becomes aware of something he never expected. Your absence speaks louder than your presence ever did. When someone believes they can access you whenever they want, they stop appreciating you. They start to take your consistency for granted. They assume you will always be there, always willing, always giving. But when you step back, it forces a shift in his mind. He begins to realize that attention is not guaranteed. He begins to miss the warmth, the care, the kindness, the companionship, and even the simplicity of your presence. He wonders why you changed. He wonders what made you withdraw. And he wonders if someone else has taken the place he once held effortlessly. But while his mind is running through questions, something beautiful is happening in your life. You begin investing in yourself again. You start building routines that nourish your body and uplift your spirit. You remind yourself that your health, your joy, and your lifestyle matter not for him, but for you. Especially as we grow older, taking care of your physical and emotional well-being becomes one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself. You start to rebuild a healthier rhythm, one that supports your energy and protects your peace. Maybe you begin each morning with a simple stretch, allowing your joints to loosen and your muscles to gently wake up. Maybe you start walking outdoors, letting fresh air warm your skin as sunlight fills you with optimism. Movement doesn't have to be intense. Light exercise can carry you further than you imagine. A 15-minute walk, slow yoga, relaxed cycling, gentle breathing exercises. Each small effort strengthens your body and calms your mind. And as your body begins to feel stronger and more alive, you start paying attention to what you feed yourself. You choose foods that support your mind, your heart, and your longevity. Fresh fruits, leafy greens, nuts, whole grains, beans, lean proteins, and comforting warm soups. You drink more water. You limit sugar not because you have to, but because you feel better without the crash. You enjoy balanced meals that keep your energy steady throughout the day. You give your body the nourishment it has always deserved. And with every healthy choice, your confidence grows. Your glow returns. You feel lighter, brighter, and more connected to your own life. Once your physical health begins to rise, your emotional world changes too. You start sleeping better. You feel more motivated. Your thoughts become clearer. You finally have the mental space to reflect. What do you truly want? What kind of love do you deserve? What kind of peace do you need? What dreams have you pushed aside for too long? Instead of worrying about why he hasn't reached out, you begin asking more meaningful questions. What makes me happy? What makes me feel safe? What makes me feel alive? This is where your transformation becomes undeniable. You realize that your silence isn't meant to punish him, it is meant to heal you. It is meant to help you grow. It is meant to give you the strength to realign your life with purpose and positivity. You begin developing habits that nurture joy, such as reading, journaling, meditation, prayer, gardening, or listening to music that lifts your soul. You spend time with people who appreciate your presence instead of demanding it. You surround yourself with conversations that inspire you, not drain you. You rediscover hobbies that make you feel like yourself again. You even begin to plan for the future with a renewed sense of hope because your life doesn't pause for anyone. As you evolve, something surprising happens on his end. The quiet grows louder for him. Men often feel the loss when the emotional connection fades, not when it's still present. When you were available, he didn't notice. But when you step away, the contrast hits him. Your silence becomes a mirror, forcing him to face the reality of his own actions or lack of them. He notices the difference. He feels the distance. He begins to question what he did to lose your energy. He starts to miss the way you made him feel, understood, valued, and supported. And whether he reaches out or not, the truth remains. Your absence has power. But the beautiful thing is that by the time he begins to feel your absence, you've already begun creating a new version of yourself, one that is stronger, healthier, and more fulfilled. You no longer depend on his reaction to validate your choices. You have grown beyond that. You understand that whether he comes back or not, you are moving forward. If he reaches out, you will respond from a place of strength rather than longing. If he doesn't, your life continues in a direction full of purpose and peace. You no longer chase love. You attract it through the way you live, the energy you carry, and the boundaries you set. Your positive mindset becomes the foundation of everything you build. You start saying yes to yourself more often, yes to rest, yes to health, yes to boundaries, yes to joy. You remind yourself that age is not a limitation, it is an advantage. With age comes wisdom, patience, and a deeper understanding of what truly matters. Older adults often possess a resilience that younger people haven't developed yet. You've lived, you've learned, and you've survived enough to know that your life must be filled with meaning, not chaos. And so your mindset shifts into a place of gratitude, calm, and positivity. You wake up each day appreciating small moments, a warm cup of tea, a peaceful morning, birds singing outside your window, the comfort of a clean and quiet space, the strength of your own heartbeat. You begin to realize that peace is worth protecting at all costs. You stop allowing anyone to disturb your emotional balance. You set boundaries with confidence. You prioritize self-care without guilt. You become the source of your own happiness. And when you live like this, everything changes. Your energy shifts. Your presence becomes radiant. You walk with a calm confidence that others notice immediately. When a man sees you living with this strength and joy, something powerful happens in his mind. He sees the difference. He sees the glow. He sees the confidence. He sees the transformation. And whether he admits it or not, he feels a sense of loss because he knows you are no longer the version of yourself who needed him. You are now the version of yourself who chooses who belongs in your life, and that shift is profound. But the most important part of this journey is that you didn't do any of this to get a reaction from him. You did it for yourself. You stepped back to reclaim your energy, not to manipulate his emotions. You embrace silence to rediscover your strength, not to create confusion. And in the end, you gain something far more valuable than his attention. You gained yourself. This is what truly happens when you stop contacting a man. You become stronger. You become healthier. You become wiser. You become more disciplined. You become more peaceful. You become more in tune with your life. You begin taking care of yourself in ways you may have neglected before. You build a routine that feeds your soul, strengthens your body, and enhances your mindset. You choose nutritious foods that energize you. You add light exercise that keeps your body flexible and active. You adopt lifestyle habits that promote longevity and inner peace, and you cultivate a mindset that empowers you to face life with confidence, gratitude, and resilience. And as you grow into this new, powerful version of yourself, you begin to understand one of the most important truths. Silence is not a weakness. Silence is strength. Silence is clarity. Silence is self-respect. Silence is confidence. Silence is the moment when your life begins to shift towards something greater. So if you are stepping back from contacting a man, know this: you are not losing anything. You are reclaiming everything. You are stepping into a better chapter of your life. You are creating space for real love, real peace, and real joy. You are becoming the healthiest, happiest, strongest version of yourself, not for someone else, but for you. And when you do that, life unfolds in the most beautiful ways. When you stop contacting a man, you begin to reclaim a power that may have been quietly slipping away without your awareness. Every message you once sent, every call you made, and every thought you spent wondering if he would respond was a piece of your energy being given away. By stepping back, you create space to reconnect with yourself, to notice how your mind and heart feel when they are not tied to someone else's actions or reactions. The silence becomes a mirror, reflecting back your own value, your own strength, and the parts of yourself you may have overlooked while trying to maintain someone else's attention. This withdrawal does not weaken you. It strengthens your sense of self. You learn to enjoy your own company, to honor your own needs, and to make choices that support your well-being rather than appeasing someone else's expectations. In the quiet, you discover that your emotions are valid, your boundaries are important, and your happiness is not negotiable. The power you regain is subtle at first, but becomes undeniable as you consistently prioritize your peace, build inner resilience, and trust that your life is richer when it is guided by your own intentions rather than the uncertainty of another person's responses. Investing in your health is one of the most powerful ways to take control of your life and enhance your overall well-being, especially as we grow older. When you prioritize light exercise, you are not only strengthening your muscles and joints, but also improving your energy, mood, and circulation. Simple activities like walking, gentle stretching, yoga, or swimming can make a significant difference in how your body feels each day, keeping you active, flexible, and capable of enjoying daily tasks with ease. Alongside movement, nutrition plays a vital role in supporting both body and mind. Choosing fresh fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats provides the energy you need, supports your immune system, and promotes mental clarity. Hydration is equally important, as drinking enough water helps maintain balance in your body, aids digestion, and enhances focus. Making small, consistent choices in your diet and exercise routine gradually builds a foundation for long-term health, giving you the strength to face challenges with confidence. Focusing on your physical well-being not only improves your quality of life, but also boosts your self-esteem, making you feel more vibrant, empowered, and ready to embrace new opportunities with energy and resilience. Cultivating positive lifestyle habits is essential for creating a life that feels balanced, fulfilling, and aligned with your true self. When you intentionally build routines that nurture your mind, body, and spirit, you create a foundation for lasting well-being. Simple daily practices like meditation, deep breathing, or journaling allow you to process your thoughts and emotions, reducing stress and fostering clarity. Engaging in hobbies or creative activities brings joy and a sense of accomplishment, reminding you that life is rich with opportunities beyond external validation. Even small actions, such as spending time outdoors, connecting with nature, or enjoying a warm cup of tea in quiet reflection, can reset your energy and strengthen your resilience. Consistency in these habits reinforces a sense of discipline while also encouraging self-compassion as you learn to prioritize your own needs without guilt. Social connections also play a vital role. Surrounding yourself with supportive and uplifting people helps maintain positivity and reinforces the value of healthy relationships. Over time, these lifestyle choices accumulate, producing a ripple effect in all areas of your life. You begin to notice improvements in your mental focus, emotional stability, and physical energy, and each day becomes an opportunity to live intentionally. Celebrate your progress and cultivate a life that feels meaningful, balanced, and truly yours. Developing a positive mindset transforms the way you experience life, allowing you to approach each day with gratitude, confidence, and resilience. When you shift your focus from external validation to internal fulfillment, you begin to realize that your happiness does not depend on anyone else's actions, opinions, or attention. Instead, it grows from within, nurtured by the choices you make and the perspective you cultivate. Practicing gratitude daily, even for small moments like a quiet morning, a warm meal, or a kind gesture, trains your mind to see abundance rather than lack and possibility rather than limitation. Positive thinking does not mean ignoring challenges or difficulties. It means acknowledging them while choosing to respond in ways that empower rather than drain you. Affirmations, visualization, and mindful reflection can strengthen your belief in yourself and your capacity to overcome obstacles, reinforcing the sense that you are capable, worthy, and deserving of joy. This mindset encourages patience, self-compassion, and an openness to growth, allowing you to let go of negativity, resentment, and unnecessary worry. Over time, your thoughts shape your emotions and actions, creating a cycle of optimism and motivation. By cultivating a positive mindset, you not only improve your emotional well-being, but also attract opportunities, relationships, and experiences that align with the vibrant, purposeful life you are committed to creating for yourself. Transformation attracts real connection because the energy you radiate becomes a reflection of the life you are creating. When you focus on becoming stronger, healthier, and more fulfilled, you naturally draw people and experiences that resonate with your renewed sense of self. This transformation begins with small, consistent choices that prioritize your well-being, such as exercising lightly, eating nourishing foods, maintaining positive routines, and cultivating a resilient mindset. As you invest in yourself, you begin to radiate confidence, calm, and joy qualities that are magnetic and inspiring to others. Real connections are not forced or superficial. They emerge when your presence is grounded, authentic, and aligned with your values. People are drawn to the energy of someone who values themselves, who knows their worth, and who approaches life with intention and positivity. This transformation also allows you to establish boundaries that protect your peace, ensuring that the relationships you attract are supportive, uplifting, and mutually enriching. You no longer settle for attention or affection that feels conditional or draining because your focus is on cultivating connections that honor your growth and integrity. Over time, this intentional way of living fosters deeper, more meaningful bonds. And even if someone from your past notices your evolution, your life continues forward with clarity, strength, and the confidence to embrace the connections that truly matter.